I stand here to talk about renewable energy, the fuel of the future. The book that this idea was born out of me from is Renewable Energy, Discover the Fuel of the Future. The authors are Yashas and Erin Twomey, published by Nomad Press in 2016. This book was born out of the author's desire to inform and warn about the way we're going, because using these non-renewable types of energy sources, nor is it going to last us for long, or is it good for the environment. So let's start. First of all, what is renewable energy? Renewable energy is energy that is generally replenished on a human timescale, such as water, hydroelectricity, solar energy, wind energy, biomass, biofuel energy, and geothermal energy. All of these have their advantages and disadvantages. We do not have the technology to perfect all this yet. There are many different pros and cons of both types of energies. But first of all, what is energy? Energy in physics is generally defined as anything that helps us or our technologies run and function the way they're supposed to. Moving on. Over here, we have biomass energy. Biomass energy is generally is defined as anything that we burn, creating greenhouse gases. But instead of letting those greenhouse gases back into the atmosphere, we reuse those greenhouse gases to help us function, such as trees need geothermal and biomass energy to grow, as they need carbon dioxide. Also, the other types of geothermal biomass energy we use are ethanol, biodiesel, and biojet fuel. The next type of renewable energy source we will be discussing is wind energy. Over here, this is wind energy. Wind energy is energy harnessed from the wind. In some ways, we harness energy from the wind is when wind goes to the turbines spin, generating current, which then goes through a turbine, a generator, and an enhancer, and then to your home. But just like biomass energy can't be used when there's very few livestock or areas where there's not much plants and vegetation, wind energy cannot be used in areas where there's not much wind. The next type of renewable energy source we will be discussing is solar energy. Solar energy is by far one of the most important, one of the most widely used types of renewable energies in the world. Solar energy works by harnessing energy from the sun. In fact, one cool fact about solar energy is that the sun releases enough energy in 1 hour for our Earth to function properly for 1 year. Another very common type of renewable energy is geothermal energy. Geothermal energy works by removing the heat from Earth's ground, as we have much due to the mantle. Removing energy from the Earth's crust is shown in this picture, and then we take the steam from that energy, which in turn goes through a steam turbine. The steam turbine goes through a conditioner which separates the energy from the steam, which goes through a generator and an enhancer, and then back to the cooling tower to be turned into water and reused again by heating. One of the most efficient ways of renewable energy is hydroelectricity. Hydroelectricity runs by using running water to spin turbines, then generators through enhancers. Hydroelectricity is one of the first types of renewable energy sources ever to be invented. In fact, the Craigside in Northumberland was the first house ever to be powered by hydroelectricity. And that was in 1878, but we've been using hydroelectricity since way before the 1600s. In fact, many of our ancients have been using renewable energy. Renewable energy is not anything new. We've been working on it for centuries. It's just that during the industrial revolutions of the late 1700s and early 1800s, our energy demands tripled, quadrupled. And that's why we need to find more commonly accessible types of energy sources, thus resulting in non-renewable energy sources. But now, as our economy is growing bigger and renewable energy is more efficient now, and renewable energy is more commonly available, we need to switch back to it because it's not, we can't just be using non-renewable energy sources forever, as it is extremely harmful to the environment. Here are some pros and cons about renewable energy and non-renewable energy. Such as, renewable energy is renewable, but it is difficult to produce in large quantities. And non-renewable energies seem abundant, but they have a major effect on our environment. These are the different types of renewable energy and non-renewable energy. Energy here is described as the fuel of life. Non-renewable energy sources such as biomass energy, solar energy, hydroelectricity energy, wind energy, geothermal energy, those are the types of renewable energies, whereas the types of non-renewable energies are nuclear energy, natural gas energy, coal energy, and fossil fuels.